Market is open for the summertime, and we've got Chef Joanna in our kitchen studio through our sponsors at Field and Fork Network, and we are super excited for these series because everything that we're making today you can find at the Niagara Falls City Market, right, Joanna?
Absolutely. Everything I'm cooking right now and that's behind us is all from the City Market, from our local farms. And today we're making ratatouille, which
I have a dog named Remy, Remy Ratatouille, so it made sense and it was kismet.
Absolutely. This is fantastic. I love that you picked this. I also love ratatouille so much because it's such a wonderful peasant dish, and I think that this dish I really had the flavors come through of the fresh vegetables.
Yeah.
Very simple ingredients, very easy to make so that you taste everything that's in season and very healthy.
Okay, let's do it. How can I help?
All right, so right now I just have some eggplant, some homegrown onions, zucchini working, and you're going to cut up that yellow squash in just some small dice for me.
Okay.
And then one of the fun things about this is that it's a peasant stew, but there's so many different ways that you can serve it. Rice over pasta is obviously probably one of my favorite ways.
Yeah, anytime there's pasta involved, I'm down.
Absolutely. And it's just very fresh, very delicious, and it's one of my favorite things that I like to cook.
That's great, and you're getting all of the vegetables with this.
Oh, absolutely. I love that it's all this fresh summer squash.
Yeah.
It's really, it's fun, and it's so bountiful at this time of year that it's really fun to try to find new and different ways to use it and to make different things.
That's right. We've done everything from desserts to things that you can bring out to a picnic, and to now to like a full course meal where you're getting a huge serving of your vegetable intake for the day, which is awesome. And the best part, like you said, is we're using these vegetables from local farms. These are all vegetables that are in season, which does wonders for your health, right?
Absolutely. I think some things that people may not realize actually is that the longer your vegetables sit, the less nutrients they have.
Right.
They don't retain it for a incredibly long time. Is sometimes when stuff sits for too long, it doesn't hold that, where some of the produce comes from the farm and it's warm when it shows up to the market. It's still sun-kissed, the strawberries and everything, and you can really taste the difference on that. It's really almost remarkable. The same thing with the cherries, how we did, is that between that and a cherry that may be frozen, night or day.
Night or day.
Wonderful.
And there's nothing better than a fresh strawberry from a local farm. It's amazing.
Absolutely.
Okay, so we started the ratatouille with you just putting some olive oil in the pan, throwing those vegetables in and letting them saute. What are we going to add?
So I added a little bit of salt, but I kind of add it as they're kind of cooking down. I want some of that water to evaporate, and I kind of add the salt towards the end so it draws out more of that moisture from that.
That's a good tip. I feel like I put salt in too soon when I'm cooking. I will start waiting a little bit longer.
It starts to cook your food. So when I kind of let that, and when you do that, you kind of get some caramelization on like the eggplant is what I really like. It adds a little bit of sweetness and kind of cuts the bitterness from the eggplant. So what I have next is I have I just add a little salt, like we said later, and I have a little bit of onion powder and a little bit of crushed red pepper. I like to let them bloom, so I kind of put them in before I'm going to add my tomato paste. And then the cool thing about tomato paste is that it thickens your dish, and it has a really rich taste, and it gets to caramelize in it. And then what I have here is actually some homemade tomato sauce that is just steamed Roma tomatoes from Canfield Farms, which is another farmer that is a 5th generation. They have been around for over 110 years.
Wow.
And they have crazy amounts of produce, like 60 different varieties.
Wow, okay.
Sherry grows 16 different types of apples.
Sherry's got them all. Sherry's got all the apples.
All my girls there growing everything just wonderful. So now I have 3 tablespoons of tomato paste.
Okay.
And what we want to do is kind of obviously caramelize it, but you want to cook it. If you don't, it will have a raw taste, which will not
You're not going to like that.
No, it will not work with the vegetables. You won't get this sweet caramelized taste. You'll end up getting a kind of bitter, raw, ketchup-y taste that is not pleasant.
Yeah, that's
does
not
not
what
taste
we're
like
looking for.
Heinz. So once we're going to do is let this cook. I'd say maybe 3 minutes to kind of toast that. And you want to make sure you're not overcooking all your vegetables. You don't want mush, but you want them to still have a little bit of integrity. So total saute time on these, I would say, is only about 15 minutes max to try to keep that vegetable and the nutrients intact. So I think at this point what we're gonna do is add the tomato sauce for me.
Beautiful.
And kind of, yeah, you know what you're doing. You just made dinner the other day.
That's right.
Fantastic. And what we want here is I want this to reduce a little bit more because this tomato sauce is a little bit thin, and that tomato paste is gonna thicken this up, as you can kind of see right here.
It's already happening.
Yep, so once this reduces for about 10 minutes, we're gonna add that basil and kind of let it mellow.
All right, Chef, we have finished the ratatouille. What is next?
So at this point, I really like to serve it over some sort of starch or grain. So today I have some spinach linguine, which is like my favorite.
Yeah.
So what I'm gonna do is, this serves 6 roughly. So what I like to do is just kind of go down the center. So we have some warm pasta.
Beautiful.
And what we do.
Now, at the market, obviously, we talked about all of the fresh fruits and vegetables that you can find there, but there is so much more, from events to even a mobile clinic, right?
Absolutely. We have the Niagara Falls Memorial Medical Center is there every Wednesday from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. with their mobile health clinic. If you have any needs or anything like that, it's to serve the community. We're really the market, the goal of it is to be for the community, by the community. So while the market is there, I have a lot of community organizations to really help the community.
Yeah.
So get your vegetables, get your health care. Also, if you need anything, we're there to assist and we're there to help you.
Obviously, we know that this market is all about pushing for equity and accessibility, and you actually have new forms for people to be able to pay to make sure that everyone has access to the foods available at the market, right?
Absolutely. Also with Field and Fork in the market, our goal is food access. So this year we also take SNAP, we take WIC, we also do our Double Up Food Bucks program, and new this year we actually have a new credit card program.
All right, we love it, making sure that everyone has access to all of this deliciousness. Again, if we made you hungry, you can find the full recipe over on their website. And thank you to our sponsors at Field and Fork Network. You can learn more about all of the fresh food you can find at the Niagara Falls City Market by visiting niagarafallscitymarket.com. This segment is sponsored by the Field and Fork Network.